Good news, everybody! The rebellion has been dealt with. Peace can finally prevail. Oh, did I say peace? I meant pieces. You're welcome. Welcome to Star Wars Empire at War, Awakening of the Rebellion, where today I'm going to bring galactic peace, become the richest man alive, and end war forever through completely legal and ethical means.
System conquered.
And to achieve this goal, we will be playing the good guys, the Galactic Empire, as a military dictatorship really isn't that bad when I'm the one in charge. Getting into the game, we have our first look at the galactic map. As the rightful rulers of the galaxy, we control the core worlds, while enemy factions control everything else. To the north and south, you have pirate factions, and to the east and west are the rebels. Checking our missions, the goal is simple: eliminate all enemy factions from the galaxy. No restrictions on how to do it, so I'm sure the goal is up to interpretation. In the bottom corner is the most valuable resource of all: money. Right now, we are only making around 3,000 credits per week, but with the right amount of persuasion, we can achieve economic prosperity. To jumpstart our economy, we invest in some space mines, and send our fleet to its first engagement, and almost lose one of our heroes in our first battle. After our glorious success, a rebel spy attempted to steal some of our tax revenue. So we hired the Rebel Alliance's worst nightmare, an IRS agent, who immediately resolved the issue. Now, with my new fear of filing taxes wrong established, we needed to increase our military power after only a handful of completely intentional casualties. We needed replacements for our workforce, and thankfully, we have access to one of the most culturally significant planets in the galaxy, Naboo, a world known for its beauty, diverse alien life, and Liam Neeson. So, we ignored all that significance and turned it into a recruitment center. Good news, you're being deployed. Bad news, it's the Eastern Front. Entering our first ground battle, we begin with some stealthy reconnaissance, and find the enemy is using the forest to hide from our superior firepower. So I do what any sane and reasonable military leader would do. I send 20 squads of conscripts to go distract the enemy in the forest, then bomb it from orbit, leading to glorious victory with 0 casualties. Which answers the question, are conscripts considered losses? According to the game and my air support, no. Now some planets require a more hands-on approach. Onderon, a heavily fortified world with a sizable ground force, led by a princess, former, a scruffy smuggler, and a Romanian carjacker. Oh, you piece of shit. Now a lesser commander may attempt a frontal assault, with mixed results. Instead, we outsource our reconnaissance to these kind lizard folk, destroy civilian housing, get paid for our good deed to society, then locate the mightiest heroes of the rebellion and introduce them to imperial diplomacy. With Onderon diplomatically resolved, we secured Endor and guaranteed future job opportunities for the humble inhabitants. That's a happy worker right there. With every planet we capture, we install a beautiful piece of human technology, a governor's palace. Because if I'm going to save the galaxy, I want to be adequately paid for my work. Our economy was looking strong, but it could be better. And before I could invest any further, we were tasked with taking Hoth. Close enough. Where one of our officers chose to anger our Sith Lord with angry asthmatic issues, whose method of worker termination is viewed as non-consensual and to some mildly erotic. Now normally, I would file a complaint with Human Resources and await a response, but unfortunately, he is Human Resources. So instead, we moved on to the ground assault, a heavily defended rebel stronghold, protected by famed rebel leader and war crime enthusiast, Luke Skywalker. With a threat like him on the planet, we will require a change in strategy, as conscripts alone are unlikely to be enough. So instead, we brought down 2 companies of artillery, and used our conscripts as human meat shields. Remember, life is cheap. Machinery, now that is expensive. Eventually, Luke Skywalker makes his appearance, and just as quickly, dies. A brilliant tactic. After experiencing the wonders of nature and horrors of war, we secure an overwhelming victory against the rebellion at the low cost of only 20 platoons of conscripts. How tragic. Anyways, with the capture of Hoth, our economy was thriving. And wanting to get revenge for the loss of many planets, the rebels attacked Bilbringi with a massive fleet. But we had a secret weapon, the power of disposable income. Oh no, how will we ever manage? The game said we lost. I call that a financial victory. The rebels continued their counteroffensive and successfully captured one of our core worlds. I do not care. Instead of wasting the valuable deaths of my conscripts, I instead placed a single squad in orbit of the planet and ignored the problem. With the rebellion able to steal planets right from under our control, we had a question to answer. How do rebellions form? That was easy. They form on planets. So if a rebellion can form on any planet, the solution then is to remove the planet, which presented us with a unique investment opportunity. The Death Star, now available over Endor, for the affordable price of 100,000 credits. The 125 population, slightly more difficult, as our embracing of conscript first, casualty second policy has left our population nearing its limit. We simply had too many employees, which means to acquire our beautiful disco ball of death, expansion was required. Luckily for us, the perfect infrastructure already exists. The humble labor camp, granting us 10 population each for the low cost of 15 credits per week. And with our excellent economic policy of visit a planet, partially bomb the civilian population, then employ the survivors to work on our newly constructed mines, we have a strong economic backbone to support this expansion. Your home may be gone, but your employment opportunity has never been better. Before you ask, no, it's not forced employment, but let me show you the alternative.
Planetary control achieved.
With our population no longer a concern, our newest investment can finally begin.
Death Star construction has begun.
Now, a project of this scale takes time, which meant we needed to ensure its safety during construction, with a proper defense fleet. Not Star Destroyers or advanced cruisers, but instead the most cost-effective vessels credits could buy. Outdated cruisers and an assortment of cargo ships. Why invest in quality when quantity is all you need? While investing in a proper military fleet, the rebellion decided to attack Bilbringi again. Now, this was concerning for all of 3 seconds. For while we lacked a fleet, we had creative military strategy, where you fire your ground-to-space laser blindly and hope to hit something. Oh, hey look, I hit one. The rebels could never understand a flawless strategy of not caring what you hit. With that problem resolved, construction of the Death Star was progressing smoothly. Our workforce was thriving, so much that I decided to interview one of our top workers. So, how has the Empire been treating you? What? Cut the interview. With the Death Star entering its final construction phase, we invested in more ships. Not good ships, but more ships. Meanwhile, our ground forces expanded our territory. How can we be the bad guys when we are this fashionable? And during a routine fleet deployment, Lord Vader's Star Destroyer was deployed into an asteroid field, sustaining minor damage. And upon further review, it was determined to be the asteroid's fault. And before we knew it, the Battle of Endor was upon us. Which will answer the question, can you protect the Death Star with a single super ship and a bunch of merchant vessels? No. No, you cannot. With our first attempt at Endor, a debatable success, lessons were learned that we needed even more ships. So we reloaded a previous save and invested in significantly more firepower. No expense was spared, entering the Battle of Endor for the first time with significantly improved financial backing. The rebel fleet arrived and was met with their worst nightmare, the power of the economy. Our ships charged the rebel lines, forcing them to split their attention between us and a super Star Destroyer. They chose to focus on the super ship. That was the wrong choice, as our disposable manpower tore through the rebel lines, eliminated many of their ships, and the heroes of the rebellion made one last attempt to destroy the Death Star. They didn't get very far. With the failure to destroy the station, the rebel strategy crumbled. Their ships destroyed. Their fish leader deep fried. And with our victory over the rebellion, we now had our tool to rid the galaxy of them forever. With the Death Star fully operational, we needed quality assurance testing, and I have the perfect location. Hello there, Rebellion. How do you do?
Planetary control achieved.
I'd say that went pretty well. Now, if you excuse me, I have a galaxy to save.
System conquered. conquered. System conquered.
You have performed a great service for the Empire.
Eventually, the rebellion was reduced to its final stronghold, Mon Cala, a proud aquatic civilization best known for its ability to clone war criminals. So I think the galaxy will consider this to be a public service.
System conquered.
With the rebellion dealt with, only one problem remained: unregulated competition. These pirates would meet their end in the ruins of a dead world, against the full might of the Empire's budgeting department. The power of economic efficiency in its cheapest form.
Victory is ours, men.
And just like that, the galaxy is at peace. If you are one of the, 10 people left in the galaxy, you'll be happy to know we have beautiful planets with new employment opportunities. Just don't pet the wildlife.